Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you. Now, I've called this press conference because, as some of you who follow me on Twitter may be aware, there's been an historic event at the club, and I just want to try and honour that appropriately. Now, I'm going to call on the man of the moment shortly, but before we do that, I want to honour his achievement with this. So there we have it, Dwi Kayono, record goal scorer for Persiba Football Club. How does that feel, mate? Man, a few words, I like it. Now be sure to leave your tributes for Dwi in the comments. And I also want to take this opportunity to introduce, or to announce, I should say, a new signing at the club. 25-year-old Argentine defender Leo Chavez. Now he effectively comes in to replace the retiring Veneno. He served us with great distinction. He will remain at the club for the time being, but Chavez is going to come in and take his spot in the first team. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. I do appreciate you making the effort to come to the press conference. I have a game to prepare for, and I hope that you enjoy that just as much. Hi there, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 20 of our World Tour, and as you've just heard, we have a new record goal scorer at the club, which is absolutely incredible, and also a new signing to look at. And we'll get to that in just a second, but before we do that, let's have a quick look at what's happened since last episode. Just the 2 games since we booked ourselves our final spot in the Asian section of the Confederation Cup. 2 games, 2 wins, and you can see 2 3-1 wins. First against Arima. Now, this was a good performance. It was a shame we can see really, really late there, 91st minute goal. But Dwi Kayono broke the record in this game. 2 goals. Tornando with a 3rd for us. That was a really, really good performance. So we played Calteng Putra. Now, we played these guys, I think, was it in the final? We played them in League 2 anyway, when we were down in League 2. And this was another really, really good performance. Kayono, 1st minute goal. Septien and Redier, the just ever reliable duo in midfield. They got 2 goals. 1 back for Calteng just after half-time, but it was relatively comfortable, to be honest. And this episode, we're going to continue to try and get this league campaign into a good, strong position. We're playing Gresik, is it? Gresik, I think you pronounce it, Gresik United, and then Madura United. 2 teams you can see, 18th and 10th, that we should probably be looking to beat. And we have kind of shored up the defence. I have worked on that between episodes, because you can see last month, we were absolutely woeful. We just shipped goals like it was going out of style. Now, let's have a look at this new signing of ours. And here he is here. You can see 25-year-old Argentinian defender. He essentially comes in to replace Edison Veneno. We're going to say farewell to him in this next game, and that'll be the last we see him in the league, because we need to register this guy. You can see, mentally, he's not as good as Veneno, but he's not bad. He was as good as we can get. You can see a 5-star potential ability there. He's already better 3-star ability than Veneno, because he's really degrading very quickly, as tends to happen as you hit your late 30s, early 40s, I would imagine. You can see jumping reach is good, pace is fine. The defensive stats there, they're not the worst, but they're not the best either. So hopefully he'll improve with game time. He hasn't played since God knows when. Since the end of 2019. So, he's been at least 6 months without a club. He has been with us on trial. You may have seen his name in the tactics screen there. But that's Leo Chavez. He's going to do a good job for us. Of that, I am sure. And if we just have a quick look at Veneno, you can see why we're sort of sending him out to pasture. You can see a current and a potential ability. It's falling like a stone. It's down to 2.5-star now. At the start of this year, he was 4 and 5-star. You can see the physical attributes are just falling away, just by the day almost. Mentally and technically, he's still not bad. I'd still keep him for that. But yeah, it's just these physical stats. He's just starting to get found out. He's retiring at the end of the year anyway. So it was a good opportunity to bring in Chavez now. And look, now we've actually renewed his contract. His contract is supposed to be up in 2 days here. We've renewed him as a backup player, £220 a week. So it's absolute pittance of what compared to what he's on right now. The reason I did that is because I'm not sure with the Confederation Cup squad if we can add Chavez in. It said we can't add him. The rules are a little bit ambiguous, so I wasn't completely sure when we could put him in. So we have him to stay for the final and beyond that. So if we just in case, I don't want to get stuck with not having a quality centre back back there. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at with that. If we just look at Dwi Kayono, and if we go to all-time records here. And there we go. His name is etched in the history of Persiba. 38 league goals. It's the record for the club. Hopefully he'll push up towards 50 and beyond and really get a solid looking record there for the club. But yeah, he's been wonderful for us. He's banged in the goals, 23 of them last year, and that was not just league goals, but Yeah, he's earned himself. Is he statue worthy? He's probably not quite statue worthy yet. I think you've got to probably get to 100 league goals before you get a statue. But he's done pretty well, hasn't he? Now let's get on with this episode and have a look at the team we're sending out for Gresik. As I said, it's the farewell league performance for Veneno, so hopefully we'll send him out on a high note here. So Setagea in goal, Rendika, Veneno, Lakonu, and Dembelina across the back. Mutaquin, Redian, and Septian. This is basically our formation now, and this is why we have sort of not stopped shipping so many goals, I think. Tornando and Caesar, now this could be his last performance. He still does not want to sign a new contract. I'll show you the problem. Off a new contract, won't even let me negotiate with him. He's unhappy at the club. The reason he's unhappy at the club for Go to Dynamics is because, where is he, Brian Caesar, feels there's a lack of depth in midfield. I mean, there's not. We have more than enough midfielders, because you think we have these three. We have Bhakti. We also have, where are we here? Erlenga with Norbo, who has unfortunately broken his leg, so he's actually not available right now. But Siswanto's leaving. But we have enough midfielders to get through. If I was to have any more midfielders, they'd start saying that they weren't getting enough game time. But anyway, and Kayono up top. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully, we need 3 points, don't we? I will show you the league table. Actually, can I do it before the kickoff? Persiba, that's us. Persiba, I always get those two mixed up for some reason. They're just not slowing up. I think they've dropped, they've had 2 draws all season. So, yeah, it's difficult for us, that one. We should challenge the team to pick up where they left off. We have been on a decent run of form, actually. So I'm thinking, let's maybe say continue a good run. Some calm, we have faith. And look at that. That looks like it's going well. And here we go. Yeah, I mean, we're done okay in the league. I just feel like Persiba are just relentless, absolutely relentless. Now, I don't know if you can pick it up on the mic. I don't know if it's coming through, but it is ridiculously windy here today. So, apologies if that is coming through. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind being in Indonesia. It's just cold, wet, and ridiculously windy here today. And the Indonesian sunshine doesn't seem like a bad option, if I'm honest. We did make a few tactical tweaks more than changes. We're looking to keep the passes really, really short and sort of build our play a little bit more than we have been in the past. I've taken this off tight marking because I feel like that might be the issue with balls over the top. Our centre-backs are sort of right up behind the striker, and so they're just sort of turning them. So we've taken that off, and then we'll just kind of see how we go here. We are controlling the possession well. We haven't really created much, though. This is a goal kick for us. Setagea out to Lakonu. You can see sort of Mutaquin playing as a defensive midfielder drops in the middle there, which I think helps us be a little bit more resilient defensively as well. So that's good. Dembelina goes over the top. Is Kayono going to get onto that? He is. Go on, Dui. Can he do it? Oh, it's off the bar. That would have been another wonderful Kayono strike, but just off the crossbar. That was unlucky. There will, of course, be a Goals of the Month, too, at the end of this episode. So make sure you stick around after the Madura game for that. We'll get them to show some passion here. Let's maybe go a little bit more attacking as well. Away from home, so we don't want to go silly, but we do want to try. We want to try. Let's demand more here. Coming into half time. Yeah, I'm wondering, actually, we aren't exploiting the flanks right now. We do tend to play a little bit better when we exploit the flanks. So this could, of course, this is Veneno's last game. It could, of course, be Brian Caesar's last game as well. I just want him to sign that contract. I've got a couple of irons in the fire, so if if he doesn't come back, or he doesn't sign that contract, we don't leave ourselves ridiculously short-handed in that sort of wide left position. But ideally, I want him to sign that new contract. So if you're listening, Brian, have a word with yourself. Sign that contract, mate. Let's see here. We'll just go through these individual team talks. I'm a little bit concerned that it's not quite working for us right now. Yeah, I mean, we do have options. I might even just go off that short passing right now. We'll go a little bit more direct, perhaps. We can, of course, bring Tommy Surjak off the bench for Mutaquin and go more attacking that way. So far, they haven't really threatened us. It's a decent-looking ball. No, Kayono's not up there. They haven't really threatened us so far. Touch wood, of course, because nothing's sure now, and they'll go and knock 3 past us. So I'm wondering if we can perhaps playing the teams towards the bottom of the league. Maybe take Mutaquin out, and as I say this, we're in danger of getting in a bit of trouble here. Septien's done massively well there, that's insane. And sort of have a more attacking threat that way. We look like we're just a little bit outnumbered back there. They have so many defenders, and we're not able to match them for numbers. So that could be something we look to do here. Mutaquin, has he won that? Oh, not quite. This is a long highlight. Redian's done exceptionally well done to intercept that pass. Caesar's gone over the top for Tornando. Tornando, square it, mate. Square it. Oh, he goes himself. And just after the break, barely a minute after half-time, he's put us in front. That was a good pass from Caesar, wasn't it? If that's how he leaves, it's another assist, and he leaves with a good memory anyway. Redian, Redian intercepting that ball. He caught them out, didn't he? They were going forward. Caesar with a great ball, and Tornando, from that angle, it is a stunning finish. Look at this. Is it offside? Well, I mean, obviously it's not. It's given. Oh, I tell you what, it's close though, isn't it? It is close. That's all right though. That's all right. We will continue with that change, I think. We're still not playing particularly well. Demand more. Kayono, I think he might be a little bit isolated. Chance to a corner. It'll be great for Veneno. His final league appearance. Can he nod one in? Lacornu down for Tornando. That one's past the post. I would love Veneno to sort of sign out with a goal. He will be available, of course, as I said, in the Asian Confederation Cup squad. That's why we've re-signed him on much lesser money, might I add. Let's get creative here. So hopefully we'll see. Well, we will see him at least one more time, because I think the registration window doesn't open until after the first leg of the final, which to me just seems ridiculously silly. But I'm sure there's a reason for it that's not basically based on Indonesian football transfer windows and stuff. But hopefully Borneo, they catch them out. Maybe they sell a few players and they don't have some of their best squad in there. Kayono celebrating his record with an absolutely terrible performance. I'm tempted to take him off. Let's take him off. Let's bring Wei-An on, the young wonder kid. We might take Brian Caesar off at the end. Let the crowd give him even though we're away from home, let the crowd give him a standing ovation. Let's tell him to concentrate here. We're just coming into the danger zone, aren't we? Let's go back to balanced. This is it. I forgot to take Brian Caesar off. Sorry, mate. You will be fondly remembered if you don't sign a new contract. But please, just sign your contract, Brian. Just sign it. There it is. 1-0. We've won a game 1-0. We've kept the clean sheet. We've done the Cacinacho on, or whatever that Italian word is. Cacinacho? I'm sure you know what I mean. That, I'm going to say, was not the best. It was a bit of a let-off. But job done. I mean, it was a clean sheet for Veneno. So being a defender, he probably values that a little bit more, doesn't he? If we have a look at the league table here, and just so you can see, 5 points now off Persiba. So it's still there for us. It is still there, but they're just setting such a relentless pace. Maybe they'll have a blip at some point. Maybe we've had our blip. They'll have theirs, and we can go from there. But we're not halfway through the season yet, so plenty of time. But guys, wait right there. We will be back for Madura. Okay, welcome back. Now that was quite the little 2-week transfer window that we just had there. Now we're going to try and catch up because a lot has happened. Now these are the players that we've released. Karuden, we said that was going to happen. Brian Caesar did not end up signing a new contract. We can see he's gone to the bitter rivals, Persiba. I mean, that is just unforgivable, isn't it? But we can't forget what he's done for us. I mean, he had 16 assists last year. He's going at almost an assist a game this year as well. He was really good for us. It hurts my heart that he went to Persiba. Warraby left as well. He was unhappy with his playing time. Didn't want him to leave, but he wasn't playing that much. He was 24. He probably did need to play a little bit more than he was. Always did a decent job for us, I felt, but he wanted to leave. Benny on the bench, the forgotten man perhaps, never played, never scored when we gave him a chance, so that's fair enough. And a couple of others that we signed here. This was a young kid that was in the academy when we started. He's found himself a new home as well, but all in all, that's the players that have left the club or that were released. Let's have a look at the players that we've brought in, because we did bring in a couple of replacements here. Now, Viva Mario Yagalo, we signed him at the end of his contract. Good, you can see he can play in the centre of defence if we need him to. He's not going to. He's there to be a backup, basically, to Rendika, even though we told him he's going to be a first-team player. He's got good pace. He's decent enough defensively. He'll do a good job. Marking and heading are good as well. So he's in there as sort of cover in the left back position. We'll get to our big record-breaking transfer in a second here, because we have broken our transfer record. Zulhan Zaran, back up basically. He comes in to replace Warraby. Quite a good player. I had to kind of take a risk on him because he wouldn't come in on loan. We hadn't scouted him. But I took a risk, and I think it paid off. Good dribbling, good finishing, good first touch. Passing's good as well. It's actually, the more I look at it, he's actually a really, really good player. I don't think he'll take Tornando's spot from him, but he is more than an adequate backup. 32 years old, not a long-term signing, but definitely a good signing. And this is it, our record transfer fee, $19,000. We had to bring somebody in to replace Brian Caesar, and I think we've done quite a good job, actually. Our physical stats are just as good. Crossing, dribbling, finishing, they're actually a little bit better than Brian Caesar. So I think we've done okay replacing him. We did have to pay a little bit of cash to get him in, which isn't ideal. But it says it's raising to 36. That's if we win the Confederation Cup. So if we win the Confederation Cup, we'll have money to burn. We won't care about that. But yeah, did have to pay a little bit of money out, more than I would ideally have liked, to bring in Hendry Satoriadi. Sorry if I've mispronounced that. Yeah, and you can see the players that have left. Yopla, who we signed as a central defender, never really cut it. And Siswanto Jr., same sort of thing, just never really, I guess, cemented his spot in the team. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out for Madura United. They are bottom of the league, and so hopefully we'll get the job done here. It's set to Jeremy goal. It's Rendiga. It's our first look at Chavez, our new central defender, with Laconu and Dembélina across the back. Quinn, Reddy, and Septi, and they're going to continue. We're a lot more defensively sound with those three in there, so we're going to continue with that. Tornando, and we're going to see Satriadi. He's going to make his debut here, along with Kayono up top, and we do have Zaram on the bench as well, so we could see him for a first time as well. So let me know what you think in the comments of our new signings. I think we've done okay replacing the players that left. Maybe we're a little bit thin at right back, but we have a couple of youth prospects that I think can do a job there if we need them to. Assistant says do it for the fans. I'm going to say, I mean, this is bottom of the league. If you play your game, you'll win. You're very. I'm going to say that. Let's say it passionately. I fully expect to win this match to keep our run going. Some calm. We have faith. That seems to be working okay, and let's have a look at the new boys. Alright, here we go. A lot of transfers have happened in that little 2-week break there. So, I mean, contracts expire. That's always the way, isn't it? That's when a lot of transfers happen. We did get a little bit of extra money to spend as part of a transfer budget. I think we have 100,000. I don't want to spend it because we're massively in debt. I did want to bring in someone to play left wing, though, as much as anything, to just make sure we're going to get the job done as much as possible, get as far as we can in that Asian Confederation Cup. So that's why we spent a little bit of cash there. I'm hoping that we'll make that money back. But time will tell on that one, won't it? Let's see here. Now, so this is the team. They're bottom of the league. I think they only have 4 points so far. So we should be winning it, but sometimes these games are a bit of a high into nothing. Here's our first good look at Satri. Raises it off to Redian. Oh, just over the bar. We've seen him. I think he's actually our top goal scorer. Maybe Kayono's overtaken him in the last game or two, but he's banging in the goals this year, Redian. Let's wait and see what happens with this highlight before we give another shout. That looks like a decent... No, Satri's not quite there. The problem is going to be just allowing the new guys a little bit of time to settle in. They're not going to be as fluent as the new guys straight away. Chavez, can he get to that? He's back. I'm not quite sure what the rest of the team's doing. We're just like, let him do it. He's supposed to be good. That's an own goal. Oh. What was going on there? Alright, a corner. This could be our first chance to see Chavez up from the back. Goes back post. Here he is. He can get the header. It's on goal, but it's cleared off the line. Their striker, Soto. He was someone that we had on loan. Not on loan, sorry, on trial. I do worry a little bit that we may have just bought in who is a good striker, and there's a goal against us. I worry that we've just brought him into the country and for other clubs to sign. We'd already given a show some passion shout. That's not great, if we're honest with ourselves. Can we give it... I was going to just give the show some passion. That works kind of as a shout anyway. Let's go attacking. And we have some more defending to do here. This is not good. This is not good. And it's off the bar and cleared away from Mutaquin. Tornando's on this here with 25th minute. Could we get on a counter-attack here? There's no one in front of him. Absolutely no one in front of him. There's two defenders back, it looks like. If he can get the ball in. There it is. It's back post for Satri. Can he first time ball for Septien? That's wonderful stuff. And Septien has not finished as we know he can there. That would have been a cracking counter-attacking goal, wouldn't it, if that had gone in. I'm wondering if we need to be a little bit more attacking here and just look to bring Serjak on for Mutaquin. Dambellina's done okay there to cut that out. I'm wondering if we might go back to exploiting the flanks as well. It hasn't really worked not exploiting the flanks. There's a crack. Look at that for a pass for Tornando. He's in here. He's in. Go on, Tornando. Tornando! Oh, he's an absolute on fire right now. Thank you, Tornando. That is his second goal of the episode. Got this back on level terms. And fifth goal of the season, it looks like as well. But this ball from Redian, let's have another look at this. That is a stunning pass. Is it long ball? I mean, not really, was it? Because it was into space. It was into a run, not just hooping it up to nobody. That's a really good pass. Good finish as well from Tornando. Let's not forget the run off the ball as well to get onto that. Be in a position to take the pass. That's good stuff. All right, let's demand more here. I feel like we're not quite performing at our best. I do wonder, maybe my team talk at the start wasn't the best. We've been the better team here, though. It's just that one sort of slip, isn't it? We've given them the goal. Here's Mutaquin. What can he do? He's gone in early for Kayono. Kayono! It's a penalty. It is a penalty. Oh, now Lacornu's going to take it. Now, we learned from experience, penalties aren't our strong point. He missed. Was it against Home United, I think he missed, wasn't it? In the Asian Confederation Cup. Can he do better this time? Come on. Oh, he's put one in that time. There we go. He can score a penalty. No, it was against Kadar, wasn't it? It was away from home against Kadar. It's his third from the season. It's his first with his foot, because usually he's knocked him in with his head, isn't he, from corners. That gives us a lead right on the stroke of half-time. Is there a better time to score? Maybe just after half-time. Just sink them down after the break. But that's not bad. That's not too bad at all. So just the one slip-up from Rendikas kind of cost us the goal. Otherwise, relatively dominant. What do we say here? Things are going well. Things are going well, but you're still room for improvement. I like that. We'll do a few individual talks here. Try and fire up the boys, ready for the second half. And yeah, just see what we can do here. A couple of people here aren't playing well. We might just tell them that. And I'll finish off these guys and then we'll come back for the second half. Alright, here we go. No changes. It's just, I don't have anything to say while I'm doing that. So I've got to concentrate, make sure I'm clicking the right things. I'm wondering if this particular formation isn't suiting Kayono. That's a good pass out for Tornando, though. Can we get an early goal here? Oh, well blocked. It's going to be a corner. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it doesn't really suit him. We haven't seen much of him since we've gone to this formation. We are better defensively. I don't think there's little to no doubt about that. But we are losing. I mean, it makes sense now because we're taking away an attacking midfielder for a defensive one. So we are obviously going to lose something. I just wonder if it takes a different... Is the offside? This takes a different sort of striker, maybe. It's a shame we don't have Boaz because he can play as a deep-lying playmaker. Or deep-lying striker, I should say. Which is ideally, I think, what you need. I'm wondering... He's not doing too badly. I'm wondering if maybe we bring Wayan Negrero on for him in this second half and just see how he can get on. Here's a free kick for Septien. Septien! Oh, it's off the bar. That was something special, wasn't it? Almost, anyway. Almost. Kayono's picked up a knock. So that makes that decision for us. We will bring on Wayan. Good opportunity to see what he can do in this formation as well. I've been sort of toying with the idea of playing him in any case. Do I praise? Do I show some passion? We've got another corner here. Another chance for Chavez to open his account for us, of course. It's into the mixer, but keeper claims that one. A little bit too close to the keeper, wasn't it? I'm going to try and see if we go back to this slightly shorter passing. I feel like we're definitely better defensively, but I like scoring goals, if I'm honest, and we're not quite scoring as many right now. There's a good pass for... I can't quite get onto it. Satchery there. Put some pressure on. No, not quite there for him. I'd like another goal, ideally, and then we can look to rest Tornando and give Zamrun a go. We have the Indonesian Cup coming after this. We've drawn Persita, which is a second division team or League 2 team right now. So we'll give him... He'll get a start in that. Now we've up very high up the pitch there. We've been done over the top for Soto. Now, we had him on loan. He's a decent striker. It's still there for him. We've cleared it into ourselves. We need to win this. We've done really well there. We've done really, really well. What I do just want to check, though, we were very high up the pitch there. We might just drop that back a little bit. Don't need to be done over the top. Another corner. I really would like another goal here just to make it a little bit less nervy for me. There it is. The corner! He's got a double. Since when has he scored 2 goals in a game? One with his feet, one with his head. And that is hopefully that now. What we might look to do, our new left back, Satria. I'll get there with the name. He was lacking match fitness. So I don't want to injure him in his first game for the club. We spent a lot of money on him. So let's bring on Tommy Serjak can play out there, I think. Can't he? Or can he? Maybe he can't. Never mind. Hang on. No, I just want to undo that last one. That one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's bring Rido on for him. And we'll just sit... Rido can play as a regular winger rather than as attacking winger. And I am keen to give Ramron just a little bit of time here, get some minutes into his legs. So that works, I think, for everybody. And let's just see now what we can do. Hopefully we won't go and concede a goal now and make it all nervy for me again. Let's go back to just positive. We'll give it some praise because they have played quite well. I don't know if that wind is coming through on this microphone. If you can hear it, let me know. But it is absolutely howling out there right now. Absolutely howling. Here we go. First look at Zamran. Decent ball out there for Dembélina getting forward to join him. And again, can he get an assist on his first start? It's a good ball in for... Oh, Guerrero! Oh, there it is. I tell you what, this Zamran kid could... Oh, kid, he's 32. But he could be okay, couldn't he? That was a good little link up on the right with Dembélina. So that's promising. Ball comes back. Look at this. Into a good position. Doesn't waste any time. Gets the cross in and way in with his head. Knocks that in, and that secures us what is now a comfortable win when it looked anything but for a long, long time there, didn't it? Even Rendika's starting to improve his performance a little bit, which is good to see. This is pretty much it. We've got 20 seconds to go here. Can we get a fifth? They've gone over the top. It's Wayan getting onto it. Can he get a second? Go on, son. Go on, son. Go on! Oh, he's put it over. Oh, so close, so close. I think 5-1 would have been a little bit harsh on him. I mean, 4-1's a little bit harsh on him, to be honest. But that's okay. That's been okay. As I said, that wasn't a 4-1 game. It was more even than that, wasn't it? I feel like my light's about to go out on me here. And that's how windy it is. I think my lights are flickering. We might be about to lose power. So let's hurry up and finish this episode off before I go into plunge myself in the darkness. So we still have light, so we'll continue this quickly and just wrap up this episode. It's just a couple of days for Kayono, that's fine. We know we have the debutants. Classy Lecornu. A classy centre-back, I don't know about that. But we'll take it, won't we? But that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed that, do make sure you hit thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Make sure you come back. Ring the bell. We have Aston Villa and Arsenal saves going as well. So if you feel so inclined, do check those out. But we'll be back tomorrow to wrap up the week, or if you're in Indonesia, to start your weekend with the Asian Cup final. So the Confederation Cup Asian section final. It's such a mouthful. So we'll come back for that tomorrow. That'll be absolutely huge. You do not want to miss that. But until then, I've been Aussie Bell. Thank you so much for watching. And here are some of our best goals from June. Take care.